Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. You join us on the Chanel Fast Wrecker Koln Aachen route, which finally, the long awaited timetable update has come to PlayStation 5. So let's get in. I've got a feeling there's going to be no audio. Or is there? Maybe there is. Let's get the... the FPS is... Literally just booted it up, done all the updates. Okay, let's come down to here. I'm just going to make sure we have got audio coming through. You might get a black screen all of a sudden, just for a brief moment. Whilst it thinks about it, there we go. Should be working fine, hopefully. Right, let's see. CIFA, PZB, LZB. Have got anything else on this one? No, I think that's all. FPS really isn't good. I mean, it's 24 FPS at the moment, which is pretty, yeah, not good. 5 and 5. There we go. That's set to dimmed. Good. Set that to 40. Cool. But yeah, Koln Aachen Timetable is out now on all platforms. Obviously, originally it came out on Steam. No, it was Xbox. I think it accidentally released to first. PC, and no, now it's on PlayStation and yeah, on Epic. Cool. So we got all of the layers on as well, so it's busy as we wait. I've got my windows open and it's boiling, so hopefully you can't hear the mad dog next door. Although you probably can, unfortunately. We go non-stop. Yeah, non-stop to Aachen. Due there in about 34 minutes. Right, let's do the doors. Cool. I'll keep the FPS counter up just so you can see sort of how it's getting on. 64 kilometers. Obviously, the route itself is still basically the same. Like, it's not being updated to the new lighting and clouds and stuff. It's still very much a TSW2 route. It's just the trains and the timetable which has been changed. So you got an ICE1 there. Once we get to the end of here, we'll quickly come out and I'll show you the screen where all of the trains are, so you can sort of see how busy it is and how many services there are. Well, that dog keeps going on. Him and dogs. Right, let's do that. Cool. As we make our way out. So we're green over yellow. Nice. As we head out of, you got a Vectron there, the MRCE Vectron, but that's the Creators Club one. Oh, hello, Creators Club one. There we go. Let's quickly release ourselves from monitoring. We can then go up to 70. Yeah, lots of train action already. And then we go on to LZB, so the train basically drives itself. There's another IC3 on the way in. Got the 101s over there. And I believe it's also the Expert 101 on this route as well, which is quite nice. It doesn't use the original 101. It uses the Expert one. Let's put that up to 70. Cool. So again, FPS is, you know, still not great. I mean, this is PS5 Pro. That's 80. There's a 423. There's a 642. Let's go up to 80. FPS is slowly going up now. And this isn't even like one of the upgraded routes. There you go, now it's now back to green. Now 32 FPS. And then LZB begins. So we'll whack everything into max. CIFA, yeah, alright. There you go, and the train will now drive itself to Durin. So we've, yeah, it's easy now, easy. Remember when this route first came out, because this was the first route with LZB, it was like, whoa, this is, you know, this is weird. You don't have to touch any of the controls. Or there's a freight service. And another train already. So we will try and do a few more of the services on here. We did a couple on the PC, but we'll try and do a bit more on the... Now it's on the console. C30, yeah, there we go. Cool, so that's up where... well, we've got 9,900 metres. So yeah, basically there's no reds ahead of us. So we should be a clear run. I think this one was about 33 minutes, which was like one of the fastest ICE-free services. The cool thing about this train is I've now actually been on this train in real life. Albeit the Spanish version of it. Basically the same. So you've got Koln Aachen Timetable. I think this one's Koln Aachen Timetable. There's a 423. Nice. It's a very sort of straight route as well, this one. Until you get to Durham, and then it sort of goes back to the classic, you know, double track, we're driving. Whereas this bit where we don't have to do anything. The only thing I have to do here is press the cipher. FPS is slowly recovering now as we leave Koln behind. Again, 24, 25 FPS. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. It's playable, but slightly like, oh, this is annoying. But, you know, it's playable. And again, it could be worse. It could be like 14 FPS, which I think the Frankfurt route, Kinzig-Taubahn, got to in some places. 24, 25 FPS is similar to that of London Victoria on the Brighton Main Line. Like, it's playable, but it's just like, eh. Up to 250, which is 155 miles per hour. So you get a good amount of speed on you. Should have got a shot as we were coming out of Koln. Let's get one now. Right, I've got the FPS counter stays on. Get rid of that. The ICE3. Try and get an alright shot. Yeah, I'll do. Get the FPS counter back up. Although saying that, it should really remain at 60 now, so we'll get it off. So now we're out in the... Well, out of Koln. Well, out of central Koln. Or Cologne. Cool. And this route's actually coming up to 5 years old. Which is very weird. 5 years old already. It's like, whoa. Like, it's been 5 years since Train Sim 2 was announced, which was June the 9th, 2020. But yeah, 5 years. I mean, yeah, 5 years ago you had, what was it, Matt, Colonel Failure doing the Dovetail streams. I'm trying to think of who else was like the main media people of Dovetail in 2020. I think it was Matt, Colonel Failure, Adam. I mean, Dovetail Games Adam when he was Dovetail Games, now he's Skyhook. Yeah, different times. Absolutely storming along. Look at this, lovely bit of speed. Again, this was the fastest route we'd seen in the game when this come out. Until LGV Mediterranean came out about 4 months later in December, then that became the fastest route. Not too far off Horem station. It's sort of one of the other principal stations, basically sort of in between Koln and Durham. You've then got Horem. which a lot of the regional services stop at. See if that. Again, once we get to Aachen, I'll come out and we'll have a look at all of the different trains and services you can drive. So we should have every single one installed. We should see all of it. You've got a freight train waiting in there. Maybe that one's waiting for us to go through. Is that a 155 at the front? Yeah, 155, the electric box. C30, yeah, there we go. But it basically triples the amount of services from the original timetable. I think the original timetable had, what, 230 odd services? This one has like 600 and something. So it really does, I mean, obviously AI as well, there's loads more AI. I want to look at the map, but then I don't trust the game. If I look at the map, it will probably freeze. So we're not going to look at the map, just to sort of look. Let's have a quick look. Please don't freeze. But yeah, here's Koln. Oh, and of course, we can see if it goes off. Yeah, if we look back at Koln, you can see all of the little dots where all the trains are moving about. And quite a bit is going on. Koln's almost full up platform-wise. A couple of trains. Look at that. A couple of trains coming in at the same time. Another one just leaving there. So yeah, it's busy. But it's not too far until LZB leaves us, and then we have to control the train ourselves. See if yeah, there we go. Yeah, go back to PZB monitoring. There's a Talent 2. There's the Talent 2 and this train, the IC3 or the IC3M, are the trains included with this route. I think it's just the Talent 2 and yeah, the IC3. Oh, and no, it's the 185. I don't think the 185 is included. Or is it? There's another train there on the slow line, the bi-directional slow line. Which on the, because this route has had quite a few different timetables to it. Well, what, 3 timetables? You had the original timetable, then you had the New Journeys timetable. Well, hang on, no, yeah, the New Journeys. Now you got this timetable, but the original release timetable also had a layer for the S-Bahn trains, which it used the 422 from Rheinroth Austin. And on that bi-directional part of the line, the slow line here on the left, there's a couple of bi-directional parts. The trains would always get stuck, and I don't think it really ever got sorted. But they'd always just get stuck. Like one train would, come one way, the other train, and sort of meet and just get stuck, which was like a big issue for quite some time. And then you had the New Journeys expansion timetable come out, which had an updated 423. And I think they had a similar issue with the bi-directional issue, and then I think they then fixed it, and then now we are well this timetable. So I'd assume will be the finished, finalised timetable. And I think it's a project from Joe Burgess. So you can see the speed starting to come down now. We've got about 2 kilometres until the 200 limit comes into play, and then once it drops below 160, that's when it should give us the buzz, and we'll be back to PZB. Yeah. So you'll then see the there you go. So you've now got a 160 in about 4 kilometres, which is just after Durham Station, I believe. But that 4 kilometres goes very quick. Almost at 3 kilometres already. There's another ICU3. Let's try and get a shot of them when they're both sort of passing each other. About now. Yes. Get another one there as well. Really crap we're getting these shots. That's like too far out, so it's gone all blurred. Quickly change the field of view a bit. Yeah, I'll do. Might be able to make something of that. Some tankers in there. I wonder what route they're from. Not seen them there. Yeah, I wonder where those ones come from. Not really seen them before. Oh, I assume they're not new. Yeah, I wonder where these tankers come from. I feel like I haven't seen these ones in like a long time or a long while. Right, this is Darren. So just after this we'll get the buzz, and then we're back to PZB for the last sort of 15 minutes of the journey. There you go. LZB end. Take the power off. You got the triangle bridge here. So as soon as it buzzes, we're then on to PZB. You'll see the lights flick over. You see the B and U. They'll go to the 70 and 85. About 100 meters. And there you go. You're now... Maybe that 1000 Hertz magnet isn't lit up. We're now on PZB. Although we appear to not have any power, which is not ideal. Wait, what's the train done? There you go, so that's a fiddle of the AFB. Cool. But yeah, now we're back sort of onto the classic lines now. The non-high speed part of the route. It's quite nice in that sense. Sort of you get the half high speed bit and half, well, this bit. Have a nice, nice mix. But you can tell this is an old route though. I mean that hill over there has like a massive like line in it, massive gap. Get your blind there, you can pop down. Got a funny sun blind or sun shield on this. Oh, I think the speed comes down at Eichweiler. Was it Eichweiler? And we go through another stop before that, I can't remember what it's called. And then you got Eichweiler where the speed drops down. And then you got Stolberg, Eilendorf, and some other Aachen station. Oh hello. Plane up there. Oh, that's not. That's a light aircraft, isn't it? That's not the A320 or whatever. Where's it gone? Oh bugger. Oh yeah. So the little light aircraft, that one. Cool. That was another one. Must be a little airstrip there. Never seen that before, so I'm assuming that's probably been added in the... In fact, let me take a look at the patch notes, just to see if there were any changes apart from the timetable. Don't think there's... Yeah, alright, Sifa. That's quite enough. Let's have a look. Koln Aachen. Oh, actually, no, there is something. Added ICET to appear as an AI train on the route. Let me go to the full update, though. Shouldn't have any cautionary signals. Shouldn't do. Right, Koln Aachen. Having a look, finding it. Yeah, alright, Sifa. Yeah, alright. Koln Aachen, what we got? Oh, that's it. This is just added free timetable update for Koln Aachen for PS5 and Epic Games. Added ICET to appear as an AI train for PS5 and Epic, and fixed the signal issue on service 1239. Is that it? Is there not any more? Maybe not. The Expert 101's had a massive update. So if you're into that train, go and take a look again. Which I probably actually will do a video in the Expert 101 on this timetable. That might be our next video on here. Because that's had quite a big update. Not too far along to Eichweiler. Seaford, yeah, there we go. Let's just get the warning speed board soon. I think it's 120 or 110. Which it comes down to. And you've got like an abandoned station beforehand as well. Which I think years ago we did like a video on where we stopped there. Something like Nordham or something like that. Let's cut the power off. Yeah, here's the abandoned station, which I think it says like shot in 2009 or something. So we only a tiny little station as well. Oh, that's pretty nasty. That's a really nasty signal. Oh, hang on, it went to green just as we went past it. Oh, that was yellow, wasn't it? That was yellow. But it changed just as we went through. So I don't think we got the magnet. Yes, I can't see a magnet lit up. So it's so hard to see whether we got a 1000 Hz magnet, but I don't think we do. Well, still we do have a yellow coming up, so. Seaford, yeah, there we go. Oh, we're actually going to be coming to a stop by the looks of things. So we've obviously caught up to something. Unless unless it's gone into there and we're now past it or whatever. Well, no. You would sort of think maybe the train would have waited in the little loop here for us, but it hasn't. So if we're following that, I don't think we can actually overtake it now. I don't think there's any sort of overtaking points. So I probably will be following whatever it is the rest of the way. Hang on, no, I see a green. Is that for us? That is for us. Let's put the AFB down. There's a 146 with a regional service. I think it's what, Regional Express 1 or something on there. Ham West. Oh, and speed up again. Probably not for too long though. So if that train, which is ahead of us, is a stop, it'll probably stop at Stolberg, which is just round the corner. Oh, we got green, so I wonder what it was then. Unless the points or whatever weren't set for some reason. There's the one in for the 110. So you got a double. Oh no, I thought it was a double header there. An empty car train. See if I would have right enough for you. It went see if Spang Splinter, which means you missed it, even though we clicked it. See if it's like the most irritating safety system in the world. And I know we could just turn it off, but then that's not realistic. We need to get annoyed about it. So the Cipher actually is nice on one train, the Vectron. Cipher on that's actually like, it's nice. It makes like a nice sound. It's like, ooh, I'll acknowledge that. That's the only train in which Cipher is nice on. The Vectron. A bit of action going on there. So you've got the 363 in there as well. Which I think on the PC we don't have the 363, so we get to see that on here. At the little aggregates yard or whatever it is over there. Nice. This is Stolberg. 363. 642 in the little bay platform there. Nice. That's been rather nice so far. So I'm just thinking of like other routes we need to play at some point. Cardiff comes to mind. West Coast Main Overshap comes to mind. Salzburg, Rosenheim. There's so many routes in the game now which are like fun to play. It's like hard to go to each one. It's almost a bit confusing. Like, what do I play? Obviously, when new stuff comes out, it's like, oh, I'll do the new stuff. But sort of in between the new stuff, it's like, what route do I do? There's so many to choose from now. And about Cardiff, the Cardiff route, the one about the UK route, that at some point is going to be getting the Pacer on it. Lots and lots of new content. I mean, literally, there's like a new DLC every like week or two now. We've sort of got to that stage in the game where there's like lots of developers. There's just loads of DLCs coming out. Bit like on Train Sim Classic, you get loads of DLC. We've got greens. We're still following something. Maybe it's another non-stop service. Or maybe even a freight train, actually. Could be a freight train. Which would make sense if we were catching up to it, as freight can't go above 120 and we're now going 130. So it could be a freight service, potentially. Then you've got Eilendorf station on the other side of this tunnel, which now does have services. I'm going to risk it and have a look. Look at that. Every hour, Eilendorf. That didn't have a service for 5 years. They've got air balloons as well. So it's a really pleasant route, this one. Even though, yeah, it's still very much TSW2. I mean, all the clouds and the lighting is still, dim and, it's an old route still. It is a nice route. It's not a route you can go wrong with. And with the new timetable, even better. Not green, literally just as we get up to it as well. probably had to slam on the brakes there. So the next signal isn't that much further along. Hang on, shift, there you go. Going for a 120. Right, so we are coming up to Aachen now. Quite nice sort of having this sort of chasing yellows. Ooh, look at all the trains in there. Nice. What we got in there? We got, what's that, 4.2, they're 4.23s, aren't they? Not 4.25s. What was that, 4.25 in there? Sort of similar-ish trains. Yeah, 4.25s. Then you've got 111, which 111 does have services on this route. Another 4.25, no 111 with the Doppelstock wagon. Single yellow, and you got the little white light, which means the next signal isn't that far along. Although it's gone to green now. Down to 100. So we're coming up to the penultimate station on the route. Aachen. Is it Aachen? No, Aachen. No, I don't know what this one is. I was about to say Aachen Kreis Süd, but no, that's on Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr, Essen Kreis Süd. Not sure what this one is, but I know it's an Aachen station. What's this one? Aachen Rover-Erde. Wouldn't have got that. Now we've got one in front. I'm really intrigued as to what we're following. It must be a freight train. I'll have a look on the map in a sec. Let's have a quick little cheeky look now. It is a freight train, yeah. So we wouldn't have actually been catching up to it when we were going about 110, 120, as that's the same speed that train goes. But as soon as we started speeding up after Stolberg, we're then going faster than it, so we've now caught up to it. Although saying that, I'm not sure if the AI trains actually do follow the permitted speed limits. They might go up to sort of the max speed. Not sure. Well, that was fun. Across the viaducts. Well, it's not really that impressive of a viaduct. It's only a little one. And then to hopefully audio's been alright for the video. And then to our final stop. Is that a 187 I can see? Which that's the DLC for this route. The DBR 187 from Skyhook Games. Very mixed views on that when it first released. I think it's well. It's got a little bit better, but not much better. Coming across. Yes, it's not that impressive of a viaduct here. But still cool, I suppose. And then to Aachen, the other end of the route. Oh, it's a double-headed one, that one. Oh no, it's just a... No, it's not. No, it's just two light locos. Are they strung together though? No, 187 and 185. 111 in there, 146 over there, a couple of 146s. Which again, we will try and get round to doing all of the different services. It will take a while, but it would be nice to cover them. At least the majority of them. We're only a single unit on this run, so I don't think we need to go right down the end. We should do it here. Yeah, only a single one. There goes the freight train we were following. There we go, and we should be, yeah, we're in. Let's get the doors open. Well, that is going to be it, everybody, here from Aachen, which is looking very busy and lively. Yeah, not too bad. You can't get platinum medal on here. Looks like we sped up a tiny bit early for the 80 coming out of Koln. So look at the... yeah, that's a blimmin' long freight train. Look at that. Wow, so you got another train coming in now. Right, let's go to the main menu and I'll quickly show you what you get. In the new... Again, we should have every single train installed. So everything you see on here is, well, what you get once it loads us out, which always takes blimmin' forever. Right, loading in nice and quick, loading out really slow. Like, come on. Get in there, slowly. Right, there we go. Right, to the trains. So choose a route, Koln Aachen. So you got, well, these are the free time. The original release 245. Then you had the new journeys 369. This one 699 services. So yeah, these are all of the trains you can drive on the route. Some of them are just substitutions, but yeah, these are all of the different ones. Oh, you do still get the old 101. Hang on, does it substitute for the? Yeah, it's just, oh, that's nice. Yeah. Instead of a whole separate timetable like on a lot of routes, it just substitutes the expert one and the default 101. But yeah, see there's quite a bit on there. And you got the Flix train as well, that's one of the cool ones. 218 as well, there's a little bit there as well. 642 is another big player on here, that does quite a bit. Little runs on there. Trying to think, IC3, similar services to before. Then you got the IC1, that's another big player, which has a few services. But yeah, that is going to be it, everybody. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Links can be found in all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure boards with the 5% off coupon. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.